On the eve of the South Carolina Democratic primary, the State Department released 1,500 pages of Hillary Clinton emails, and there were some damning facts in there. So the International Business Times reports the following, quote, during her 2008 presidential run, Clinton said she opposed the Colombian free trade deal because, quote, I am very concerned about the history of violence against trade unionists in Colombia. She later declared, I oppose the deal. I have spoken out against the deal. I will vote against the deal, and I will do everything I can to urge the Congress to reject the Colombia Free Trade Agreement. But newly released emails show that as Secretary of State, Clinton was personally lobbying Democratic members of Congress to support the deal, even promising one senior lawmaker that the deal would extend labor protections to Colombian workers that would be as good or better than those enjoyed by many workers in the United States. Okay, so pause here. Complete and utter hypocrisy. And I'd go as far as just to call this a lie. You think she didn't know in 2008 when she was like, oh yeah, I'm against the Colombian free trade deal. You think she didn't know that when she gets in power that, hey, look, of course I'm going to flip, and of course I'm going to be for the free trade deals. All the big corporations give me money. They benefit from this. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I'm going to look out for them. I care more about them than the base who just cast a vote for me and don't give me hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. Yes, it was a lie. Yes, this is complete and utter hypocrisy. And yes, that line about, oh, the Colombian workers will have better protection than U.S. workers. My ass cheeks, that's also a complete and utter lie. But we know it's a lie, because we continue here. In another email, a former vice chairman of Goldman Sachs, who subsequently was hired by Clinton in the State Department, no conflicts of interest here, later chimed in, telling her, terrific job and great line on Colombian workers. Look at this shit. She's emailing back and forth with former Goldman Sachs officials who now work for her, part of the establishment circle jerk. Yay! And the guy's like, oh, I can't believe you convinced the Democratic senator who actually gives a shit about these workers? What a fantastic line that was on how they'll have workers' rights that are equal to or better than U.S. workers. Great lie, Hillary. Well done. This story here is Hillary Clinton. This is Hillary Clinton in a nutshell. Hillary Clinton goes out in public, says whatever she thinks you want to hear. When she's in front of a more moderate, centrist, or right-leaning crowd, all of a sudden she says, oh, some call me a moderate. Guilty! She says that. But then when she's running in a Democratic primary against Bernie Sanders and he's roaring up from the left of her, all of a sudden, she's like, me? No, my plan goes further on Wall Street than Bernie. Let me tell you, I'm really progressive, man. Woo! I'm not far left, let me tell you. So she'll say whatever in public to try to get your vote, but then behind closed doors, she's got big corporations and big money interests in Wall Street telling her, hey, do X, Y, and Z, and she gladly complies. We covered a story not that long ago of Hillary Clinton in the meetings that she had with Wall Street executives before her run, where they told her, hell, you can go out there and say whatever you want. We know you're on our side. So you can be as far left as you want. We got it. You know, we know this is just the election season talking points that everybody's got to do to have a chance. So go right ahead. No issue with that. Now, that's so extreme that compare that to Obama. President Obama, who took money from these same giant corporations, and the same Wall Street executives, they were scared when he did the talking points that were anti-Wall Street and were, you know, really liberal talking points at times. They thought, whoa, reel in that rhetoric a little bit, big guy. What are you doing here? So they give him money, and they're still afraid when he goes out there and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm against Wall Street, and we're going to tax the rich and this and that. They're so comfortable with Hillary that they were like, go ahead. Say whatever the fuck you want. We know you're on our side. We're not stupid. And this is the front runner on the Democratic side. If you're a Democratic-based voter and you're for Hillary, you've been had. You've been took. That's it. There's no... look, I said it before, I'll say it again. This is going to piss a lot of people off. I don't give a shit. You're either ignorant, stupid, or you're just a center-right, pro-establishment, pro-corporatist person. If you're actively choosing Hillary when you have a choice and you could pick Bernie. That's it. There's no other options. There's no other options. Her policy positions, the ones she actually fights for when she has power, are far to the right of Bernie Sanders. And she does shit like this all the fucking time. Yeah, I'm for workers. Anyway, I will now lobby to pass this bullshit free trade deal, which is going to make more Americans lose jobs, and is going to fuck over workers in Colombia too, where they actually don't have protections and they don't have great unionization and all this different stuff. It's bullshit, man. She's bullshitting you. And another angle to this story that pisses me off beyond belief is, media, where are you? The eve of South Carolina's Democratic primary, this story breaks. Crickets, not a single mainstream media outlet was like, oh, hey, in the emails that were just released, it turns out Hillary Clinton is a fucking liar. It turns out she said, I'm against this Colombia deal, and she was aggressive on that front, and then when she was Secretary of State, she's lobbying for it. Where are you, media? Where are you? No, I know, you're too busy talking about the horse race aspect. Oh my God, Marco Rubio said this, and then Donald Trump said that. Oh my God, isn't it like a reality show? Isn't this so great? Let's talk about the horse race angle forever, and then let's do bullshit he said, she said talking points, and do a neutrality bias where everything is 50-50. Yeah, I wonder why old media is failing. Could it be because you're talking about that instead of giving people the fucking news? Can you imagine if everybody in South Carolina that voted in the Democratic primary learned about this the day before? In some magical world where all of them read the news every night or watch the news every night and the news actually did their goddamn job, and on the screen was, breaking news! Hillary Clinton lied about Colombian free trade deal, screwed over workers. If that was... Would she have won by as significant a majority as she did in South Carolina if that was the case and the media did their fucking job? No, they wouldn't, because people would go, oh, I learned something. That's bullshit. How can I trust her? But since the media is not doing their job, look at where we are. Look at where we are. The front runner is a faux Democrat. The front runner ain't a liberal, ain't a progressive. She's a center-right, pro-corporatist, pro-establishment shill, and her actions prove that. It's not my opinion. You go read the story yourself. Not debatable.